It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's all up next.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end U, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd and short, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll go again here with Henry. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. Really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Raven first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. Throwing Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
On play action, Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 9. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Third down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. No motion over Flowers. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Oh, run play. This is Hill. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Jackson now. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Steelers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Going up top. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. A carry here for Warren. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken around the 11. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Here's a 3rd and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. Jackson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring him down for a sack and brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now, and he'll be kicking right into the full effects of the wind. Here's Austin to return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, The quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Wallace now on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Back to the right side, he's got Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Hopkins sent in motion. Play action now. Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now. This one complete to Washington. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Throwing, Rodgers. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Third and long. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Complete. It's Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
We've seen a little bit of a transfer. What I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
That's caught.
The hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So, after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. On the ground, here comes Patterson. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3-and-out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Rodgers. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's a handoff to Warren. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On the option, they give it to Henry. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. No motion over flies. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the carry, it's Patterson. And a short pickup to about the 30. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. We'll try and run it here with Warren. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Important punt here in this tie game late. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A first down throw for Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Henry. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. No motion over Flowers. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on time. This is Henry. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. No motion over Flowers. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Second down. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They'll run here with Patterson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his receiver, Skoranek. 13 yards on the catch there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
Again, it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Look at that. Sling it across his body and connected. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. To get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Second down, 8 for the 1st down. They'll stick to the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. They'll run. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here. This one in the win column for the Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.